The KwaZulu-Natal Department of Cooperative Governance says the death toll in terms of the people who lost their lives due to heavy rains and mudslides in the province this week now stands at 7. Several parts of the province experienced severe storms in recent days, resulting in infrastructure collapses, mudslides and flooded roads. So the hardest hit areas, we understand, were largely in the south of Durban Metro. The seventh death, we understand, is that of a young learner who was swept away while crossing a river in eShoba in the Abaqulusi Local Municipality. Let's be joined now by the KwaZulu-Natal MEC for Human Settlements Siboniso Duma. MEC, thank you very much at such short notice for agreeing to an interview with SABC News. We do appreciate your time. Indeed, a very sad moment for the people of the province. Perhaps let me start, with an update on what the current situation is, as I understand that the eThekwini region is most affected.
Morning, Criselda. Let me also greet your viewers at home. Thank you so much for affording us this opportunity just to update our viewers at home. I think it's very true that it's a sad moment. We visited almost all the families, started on Thursday jointly at eThekwini Metro, and Human Settlements dispatched the team just to meet those families. Then yesterday we started the journey. Other families like the Msomi families, their gravesite was washed away. We then follow the second family of Mhlongo, where both husband and the wife were also died because of the mudslides, which is critical for them at this point in time. Fortunately, the kids were saved at the process. We then further went to another family of Nkwanyana, where a 45-year-old, also because of the mudslide, he was also buried alive. It was also the same thing at the end. It shows the family. So the family all are accepting what the government is saying, but the mood is somber, as you might know. We then started the journey of ensuring that we're starting the process through using the TLBs in clearing almost all the sites, even all on the roads, because people still have to go to clinics and different areas. But they were cooperating very well, and I think we're going to go very far. And this morning we heard that of the 7 member, because it was 6 yesterday, 6 people, and today we're told that another fatality occurred.
MEC, obviously the task now would be to also ensure that those who have been left destitute, or some of the survivors of these families, also get, the necessary accommodation, while they also prepare for this mammoth task of having to bury their loved ones.
At eThekwini alone in South, almost 98 people, old people, and almost 35 youth had to be assisted. So it means already we must start afresh and identifying the process. It's something that these disasters, because the reality is that there are scarcity of resources, but government must assist. But in the first initial phase, you just have to come assist them with minor things like groceries, and ensure that they are assisted. Blankets and sponge must also come along in the process. And remember that almost all these houses with fatalities, almost all the documents were also washed away. So it means that Home Affairs, we've already spoken to them that please assist those, so that we fast track even the issue of deaths and the death certificate and all those things. So, but we are closer. eThekwini has already identified 2 areas where our people are going to be housed up until the situation is better.
Yeah, and MEC, obviously, if you look at what is the situation now, is this a rescue operation? Is there, from what you have assessed on the ground, are there still any people that might still be trapped somewhere? Or are you confident that, the number of people that we say now have sadly passed away remains at 7? There aren't any families who are perhaps still pointing to some of their loved ones still missing at this time?
Abaqulusi Zulu district, there were herders who were washed away by the river. Some of the 2 have not been found at this point in time. So that is why yes, the weather has cleared as from yesterday. So we are still doing that, because we must be thorough when it comes to this. We've jointly spoken to SABC, that are doing the great job on the surface on ensuring that just checking around the river frontage what is currently happening. So we are monitoring the situation. We cannot just say that at this point in time we have just finalized the process. So it's an ongoing process, because even last night in some instances it was still drizzling. So it was not easier even for those who are doing the evacuation plans, the joint operation, just to get closer. So as from today onwards, we are still proceeding with the process. But as I was highlighting, that almost all the families will just issue our numbers. We've delegated the teams to go and camp in almost all the districts that were affected. We use lying the strength and also working with the municipality. So I think we're at that stage at this point in time, and so far so good.
All right, MEC, thank you very much indeed for that update.